A lunar eclipse happens when the moon goes through the shadow of the Earth. A solar eclipse, like we had in 2017, happens when the shadow of the moon falls on the Earth. In both cases, you need sun, Earth, and moon in some kind of straight line, but what differs is the order. There are anywhere from 2 to 4 lunar eclipses every year, and each one is visible from roughly half of the Earth. So if you're in one location, you might have one worth looking for maybe every year or so. So we had this one in January 2019. The next interesting one for Rochester will be in November of 2021, and then a really nice one in May of 2022. If the sky were clear, you would see about 10:34 Sunday night, the full moon get a little dent on one side, like a little bite is being taken out of a cookie. And that is the moon entering the dark part of the Earth's shadow. And as the moon moves deeper into the shadow, the bite gets bigger and bigger and bigger until after a while there's only a little thin crescent left, and then totality begins when the entire moon is completely immersed in the shadow. The amount of time the moon spends in the shadow depends on the eclipse. For this one, it's rather long. It's over an hour. And then the moon starts to come back out, and in this case, it's after midnight. You would see a really bright sliver of light on the left edge of the moon, and that would gradually expand until the entire moon had emerged from the shadow, and you'd be left with a really bright full moon as if nothing had happened. The full moons in winter are high in the sky. So in the middle of this eclipse, the moon will be very high in our sky, and if we had nice weather, you'd be looking way up high to see it. So we have a simulation done at the planetarium with our new DigiStar 6 system, where we can hover in space between the Earth and the moon. We can look in one direction and see the Earth, as it would appear from there, gradually moving in front of the sun and covering it up. When we turn and face the opposite direction to look toward the moon, we see that when that happens, the shadow of the Earth sweeps across the moon, and the moon is, for a short time, flooded with this reddish-orange light. The other simulation we did was using DigiStar and its big data topographic map of the moon to go right down close to the center of the crater Tycho, which has a big mountain in the middle, and see what the eclipse would look like from there if you could be an astronaut hovering above that crater. From there, we look back, and again, we see the Earth covering up the sun slowly, but the landscape around us is flooded with red light during the total phase of the eclipse. I love the fact that they are mysterious, but if you know the secret, actually quite predictable. So it's fun to participate in this sequence of events that can be worked out with actually 4th grade arithmetic. We live in an amazingly complex, beautiful universe, and when we have these occasions to have special things revealed to us, like what the Earth's atmosphere does to the light in its shadow, the fact that the moon's orbit is so predictable, why not enjoy it?